Alright, we are currently in probably the weirdest phase of spring I think I've ever seen in my entire life. We're all cloudy, but you can kind of see the rest of things over there are golden. Like those trees over there on the hill over there, elevation I think is around 1,200 feet, are all golden. But over here, the trees are just normal color. So that's cool. But today I'm going to be talking about, well, we're going to be talking quite simply about how to raise chickens for eggs. I'm going to be going over breeds and all that sort of fun stuff. So let's get into it. For starters, we should define the difference between a production layer and just a basic average run-of-the-mill chicken. So your basic average run-of-the-mill chickens are not really bred to have all these cool features with them that'll allow them to have to basically gain all this wow, I cannot speak, but like they won't have like all this stuff that'll allow them to lay more eggs. Like they'll lay an average amount of eggs, and then we have the chickens that are production layers that are known to lay more eggs. Now, it is important to note that production layers do not, and I repeat, do not lay as many eggs as normal chickens that are run-of-the-mill, because these normal chickens, except for a select few, my cinnamon queen, as long as she doesn't get picked up by a predator, she'll probably only live like 3 or 4 years before having a medical issue due to laying eggs more consistently. She lays an egg every day, all winter long, whether there was 14 inches of snow on the ground or it was 60 degrees. Versus a chicken, I'm going to use the example Puff. She's one of my favorite chickens in this flock. And, well, it's quite simple. She's just a basic run-of-the-mill chicken. She's probably going to live, assuming there's no predator issues, probably like 6 or 7 years. Maybe even longer than that. Wouldn't be surprised if we can maybe get 9 or 10 years. Because she is not one of those modified chickens for that sort of stuff. Now, what's a good setup for having your chickens in like this type of environment? So a good setup will be a portable chicken coop. You want your chickens to get as many nutrients as possible for them to lay the most amount of eggs. You could either free range them and build a stationary coop, or you could pasture them and build a portable coop, or you can build this cool thing. I once saw like a video on it where like somebody did a chicken tunnel where like you can like move it to a different location every now and then. But that's really complicated, and the more basic one to do is buy like a chicken tractor or build one yourself. I have many videos talking about building a chicken coop. I really want to do a chicken coop build one of these days and maybe like give it away on like a live or whatever. Oh, that reminds me, be sure to click like and subscribe. As I'm recording this, we are 6 away from 2K, so I greatly, well, not 2K, 3K, so I greatly appreciate if you like and subscribe. We're trying to reach 3K by the time I do my day in the life on Wednesday. So, in an ideal environment would be tons of grass and tons of insects at their disposal in the summertime, or for some people all year round. They get all that nice warm air. If you're from the south, I cannot relate to you guys. I'm sadly part of the cold New England, where it's either 90 degrees or negative 90 degrees. There is no in between. It's like 58 degrees right now, and then on Wednesday it's gonna be 92. And didn't we just have a frost like the other day? All right, so what are some good breeds for this? Well, I definitely recommend variety if you're gonna be using your chickens for egg production. First of all, I'd recommend the cinnamon queens. They're really good. They're sex-linked chickens, so those will be the ones that'll allow. So those chickens, wanna know what they'll do? They'll lay you the most amount of eggs. And the greatest thing about them is that you can tell if they're a hen or a rooster. So if you get a sex-linked chicken, there's a 100% probability that that chicken will be a hen or a rooster. Now, as to the normal chickens, there's a bit more of a process that unfortunately some people fail to complete, especially with bigger hatcheries, because they don't have as much time on their hands as the more local hatcheries are. You know, if you want more variety, I'd recommend a barred rock will lay a darker egg. And of course, if you really want to get more advanced, then you can go to more of like a Rhode Island Red or they called Leghorn. But if you really want to step up your game, get yourself an Easter egger. They're friendly, and you can kind of choose if you want them to be production layer or not. Ours are not, but they lay you a ton of blue eggs. They lay about 260 eggs per year if they're not modified. I don't think I've ever seen a genetically modified Easter egger, to be honest. But I will say, most of the production layers are really good at that sort of stuff, but unfortunately they don't live as long of a life as the rest. Now, it is important to note that a production layer can easily, in the snap of a finger, change to a broody chicken. So it is important, and I mean important, I'll always bring these up in chicken videos. You should always, and I mean always, check that coop for eggs. or store the eggs in an area like what we kind of have with our current setup in there, where the eggs will roll away from the chicken and they won't hit the ground, they won't hit the area so hard that they'll break. There's cushioning there to stop them from doing that. But at the very least, they won't have any, at the very least the chickens won't go broody, except for my black copper moron, Marin, who just decides to continue going broody, regardless of how much we have to kick her out. Oh, how did you get out, little buddy? Would you like some assistance in getting back in? Yeah, I literally caught you getting out on camera, so there's no defending yourself at this point. There's video proof of that. Yeah, it's my chicken Puff. Although she's cute, she's also really stupid. So yeah, this is kind of a remake of a video I did back in 2022. I'm trying to have a breakthrough with a long video sometime soon. Like, yeah, the short success is pretty cool. It's good because I could just like post a low effort short and then I can go up 10 or 12 subscribers in like an hour. But at the same time, I kind of want to be a bit more authentic too by posting these videos, and the best I can get out of them is like maybe 110 views if I'm lucky. So be sure to hit up that like, subscribe button, engage with the video so it gets pushed out to more people. Regardless if it's liking or disliking the video, doesn't matter. Either way, will be pushed out to more people the more you engage with it. So guys, I'm out of here. Subscribe.